Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice. Today we'll open up through the front body and bring in some back bends. So bring yourself to a comfortable seat. You can sit on something if you like to elevate the hips. Find an upright alignment of the spine. And close your eyes if that feels okay for you, or find a soft and steady gaze. And take a moment to check in. Notice yourself. Observe how you're feeling today. Letting go of judgment and just being curious. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you so choose to take this intention off of the mat and out into your day with you. And begin to check in with your breath. Begin to take a few rounds of Brahmari breath or bumblebee or honeybee breath before we start to move. So we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, hum the breath out. So you keep the lips together, hum the breath out. And you can make the hum as loud or as soft as you like, whatever pitch you like. So just take a few rounds of that to draw all of our energy and all of our attention inward, coming back to ourselves. So deep breath in through the nose, hum the exhale out. Another breath in through the nose and hum it out. Couple more rounds of our Brahmari breath. In through the nose, hum the exhale out. You can let that go. Take a deep breath in through your nose now and sigh it out of your mouth. And then begin to flicker the eyes open. And we'll start to begin to move the body. Again, trying to keep this practice brief today, which is not easy for me, but let's see what we can do. Let's take a deep breath in as you do. Lift the arms up, cactus the arms. Draw the low belly in and up. Sweep the low back in and up. And feel the upper back begin to open and the heart lift. And then as you exhale, we'll draw the arms together, bring the forearms together. You can drop your chin down to your chest. Round through the upper back, curl yourself in. Inhale. Lifting through the heart, arms lift and open, cactusing the arms. And then as you exhale, draw it back in, arms come back together, chin drops down to chest. Find that rounding through the back. And a few more times, inhaling as you lift the heart, open the arms up. Exhaling, arms come back together, you curl yourself in. A few more. One more time, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Forearms come together, curl yourself in. And then bring yourself back up, take palms together at the heart, press the palms together, active through the fingertips, active through the hands, elbows out to the side, and then finger pads together, pull the palms apart, lift the arms up overhead, reaching fingers up towards the ceiling as you root down through the sitting bones, down through the pubic bone. Nice long spine. And then we'll take the hands back behind the head. You can interlace fingers, take the thumbs to the back of the neck, draw in through the belly, into the low back, and again, lift the heart up. Maybe you allow the head to drop back into the hands. And then zip up through the belly, lift yourself back up, take palms back together at the heart. And then you can move anything that you're sitting on. Keep your blocks handy. If you have them, we'll use them momentarily. But for now, let's come over onto the hands and knees, finding a table position. And then we'll move through some cat-cow, inhaling as you lift your tail, let the belly soften and drop down. Let the heart lift, the gaze lift, and as you exhale, press into your hands, round your back up towards the ceiling, look towards the navel. Inhale again as you find your way into your cow. Tail lifts, heart lifts. Exhale, press into the hands. Round the back up to the ceiling. Couple more. Rolling through your cat-cow. Your breath. And bring yourself back to your table, neutral spine. Now let's come down onto the forearms, shoulders lining up above elbows, fingers spread wide, and we'll move into our cat-cow with the forearms down on the mat. So we'll inhale, lift the tail, drop the belly, pull the heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, press into the hands, into the forearms, round the back up, look towards the navel or back towards the knees. Inhale again, you soften the belly, draw the heart forward. Exhale, press into the forearms, round the back up. Couple more of our cat-cow on the knees and the forearms. And then we'll come back up onto the hands, coming back into our table. Now extend your right leg back behind you, hip level-ish. We'll bend that right knee, point the toes up, lift the heart up, and then we'll draw that knee underneath the body, drawing knee towards nose, chest, or forehead, and then step or grab that right foot, bring it up towards top of your mat, knee over the ankle, press down into your feet, zip up through the inner legs, lift up through that pelvic floor, belly, reach the arms up, finding your low lunge. And then we'll cactus the arms, pull the arms out to the sides, heart lifts, arms come together, you curl yourself in. Again, press into the feet, zip up through the inner legs, lift up through the heart, arms reach wide into that cactus position, curl yourself back in. Let's do it one more time, lift arms, curl it back in. And then reach the arms all the way up. Let's take finger pads together, palms pulled apart. Fingers reaching up towards ceiling. And then hands back to the mat. Step yourself back into table. Send that left leg back. So we'll bend that left knee, point the toes up, reach the heart up. And then keeping left knee bent, draw the knee underneath the body, curl yourself in, step that left foot up. We'll find our low lunge on this side, pressing down into the feet, lifting up through belly, low back, heart lifts, arms reach up. And then we'll cactus the arms, pull the arms back, elbows back, forearms back, fingers reaching up, heart lifting, and then curl it in. Arms come together in front of you, forearms, palms together, round in. Open it up again, cactusing the arms, lifting heart. Curl it back in, arms come back together. One more time, open it up. And then back together. Let's reach the arms up, finding our low lunge, finger pads together overhead. Pressing down into the feet, reaching up through the fingers. And then hands come down to the mat. Step yourself back into your table. Grab your blocks, have them handy. Tuck your toes under behind you. And then bring your bum back to your heels. You can keep hands down on the mat or begin to walk the hands up onto the thighs. Keep the feet drawing in, heels drawing in. Broken toe pose. Crown of the head reaching up. And then we'll come back down, hands. You can keep toes or tucked or untucked here. Let's take one block. We'll stick it in between the thighs. Come up to stand on the knees. Hug in through the block. Take thumbs into your armpits. Lift the heart. A little back bend through the upper back. And then we'll take hands around to the low back. You can point the fingers up or down or out to the side. Hug the elbows in, hugging that block, lifting up through your heart. Maybe the head drops back a little bit. And then bring yourself back to center. Come back to sit on your heels. You can remove the block from between the legs and bring your blocks back alongside your hips. So we'll come up onto the knees. Lift your bum up off of your heels. So again, toes could be tucked or untucked here. Bum lifted up off of the heels. Hands to the top of your blocks. Begin to lift yourself up, coming up to stand on the knees, pressing the pelvis forward, lifting your heart up. Hands on blocks. And then we'll lower the bum back down to hover above the heels. Press down into the legs, into the feet, shins. Lift the pelvis, send the pelvis forward. Lift up through your heart. And then bum comes back down to the heels. And then one more time, we'll lift it up, coming up onto the knees, pelvis radiating forward, heart lifting. Now you can stay right here, or if you'd like, you could reach your hands back for the heels. Pelvis radiating forward, hips forward, heart lifted. You can gaze forward or up if that feels okay for your neck. And then we'll take hands back to the low back, hug in through your legs, lift yourself back up, come back to standing on the knees, and then bum comes back down to the heels. Bring yourself back into your table position, and then we'll bring it into puppy pose from here. Hands walk forward, lower your heart down towards the mat. Maybe you drop the forehead down to the mat. If you like, you could come up onto your finger pads. And if you'd like just a little bit extra, you could drop the elbows to the mat, bend the arms and bring the hands together behind the back of your head. Hands come back down, you come back up to sit on your heels. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Close your eyes. And come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with ourselves. Palms together at the heart. Thank you so much for sharing this short practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.